I'm Matty692 and welcome to this week's Make of the Week. Today we're gonna make our very creepy castle. Ooh! For that we'll need spooky colour paints. We will also need gloopy and fab glue.
Fab glue?
Gloopy glue. And we will also need a box. You can make any box you like. And some cardboard tubes and some scissors.
We're also going to need some paintbrushes and a couple of bits of card to make some pointy bits to go on the end of the tubes.
Now the first thing we need to do is show the viewers
what is it? Tell the viewers what it is.
it's a smiley face.
It's a smiley face. Matthew did that yesterday. Okay, the first thing we need to do is cut the tubes. And these are going to go on the side of your cardboard box to make the towers in your
That's
castle.
another action. Go on. Who's going to act in this? I think Boo should do it.
Okay then, go ahead Boo.
Be careful with the scissors, Grandma.
Why is that Boo?
Because this is a sharp.
Ah, okay Boo. Right, let's go. What I'm going to do is cut out the tubes. This is from the inside of some wrapping paper to about the same height as the cardboard box. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to cut them out. I mean, you could use kitchen roll or toilet roll, but we just happen to have some wrapping paper because we went to Connor's birthday party today. That's the first tube. Second tube I'm going to make about the same size, but again it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we've got our two tubes, and we can do this video in two parts because what we need to do is do some painting and then wait for that to dry before we can make the second part. And what we're going to do is paint these two and this in a spooky colour. Matthew's chosen blue.
Blue paint. We've chosen.
Before we do that, just remember we need to cut out the pointed bits to go on top because these need to be painted as well.
I think any old bear should do this.
Okay then?
Just do it in a deep one.
Okay. Where is any old bear? Oh, we've misplaced any old bear.
We'll just do...
Okay, well perhaps Boo can do it again.
Yeah, perhaps.
Go on then, before I start cutting.
If just speak in a deep voice and that will be any old bear.
Okay. Careful with those scissors, Grandad. Okay, any old bear. And what I've got on this piece of card...
Because scissors for sure.
Yeah, I've made this round circle. I'm going to cut this out. And these are going to fold these round, and they're going to make some pointy bits to go on top of the towers. And we're going to paint these a different colour to the blue, aren't we?
Oh, I almost forgot. We will also need a silver pen.
Oh yes, we forgot the silver pen.
Which this is the pen that I drew the smiley face with yesterday, isn't it?
It is. So just cutting around this circle. I made the circle with a plate. Drew around the paint with the plate with a red pen.
Is there a filter?
No, it's just an ordinary ballpoint pen. I'm going to cut round it, and I'm going to cut halfway across to the centre of the circle. So when we fold it up, hopefully it'll make a nice cone shape.
Mm.
A bit like that.
A triangle shape.
Triangle shape. You don't actually need a bit do it. So what I'll do is cut it.
So get the blue paint.
Already used. But these pointy bits aren't going to be in blue, are they? Matthew's chosen a different colour for those.
I've chosen this pink. This spooky pink here. Oh, that is a spooky pink, isn't it?
There it is.
Put the paint down. Otherwise I'm going to get myself covered in pink paint.
Okay. Just make that a little bit smaller so it will fold up a bit smaller. And then we're going to do the same with the other one.
But we're going to cut it out with the same thing, scissors.
And we're going to paint this and paint the main box and paint the tubes, and when that's dry,
Is that all blue?
yeah, we're going to carry on with the main. And that will be in part 2.
But the stuffy tough was closed because work is busy. It's closed for that reason, isn't it?
It is. So what we're going to do, I'm going to fold these up, glue it in position, and then
With fab glue.
going to paint it.
With fab glue.
Right,
Right, take the fab glue
we're going to take this fab glue, glue along one edge of the paper, the card. Hopefully this will stick it.
We now put the lid back on the fab glue. Stop that right now.
That's one. Oh, I don't know where they are. You might need to use sellotape on that. I'm going to take the lid off the fab glue again.
Did you say the fab glue right?
I did. Just put a bit more on this one.
A bit more fab.
Take this clothes peg.
Why?
I'm just going to clip that in position,
Why?
and hopefully that will help it to set. Do the same as this one.
And we now put the lid back on the fab glue.
Yep.
Stop that right now. Are they sharp?
No, these aren't sharp.
No action required.
No action required. Right, so we've got those two, and now we're ready to paint. So what we're going to do, should have got this ready before we get some paper.
Let's get our spooky blue.
Our spooky blue, I'm going to put this down on the table.
Why have we got to get some
Just to
paper?
stop getting the paint everywhere.
So we got to put some newspaper down to
Yep.
stop it.
You're going to take the blue paint,
Blue paint.
like that. We bought this only yesterday. Going to put some.
Surely that's going to be with our paintbrush.
We are, and then we're going to get our paintbrush, our big paintbrush, and we're going to brush it on.
Using our blue paint.
That's it.
According to the Life Plus 2 equipment, how practical is that box? Very practical, isn't
Yeah.
it, according to Life
You've got
Plus
to
2?
Yeah, you've got to be careful with this paint because you could get it everywhere.
Ah! Oh, something to acquire, Boo.
Careful with that paint, Daddy, Grandad.
Okay, Boo.
So,
He will.
I will, Boo.
Finish action.
Careful with that paint, Grandad, because paint can get everywhere. we're going to put a nice thick coat of blue paint on.
Now it will take a long time today, to dry. So while you're waiting for it to dry, do something more exciting like have a face off.
Hey!
Yay! It doesn't matter whether you win or lose the face off, it's just while waiting for paint to dry.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, isn't it? Because it's only while waiting.
For the paint. A bit more blue paint required.
So now our castle is covered in blue paint.
Like my fingers.
What?
Like my fingers.
They're covered in blue paint too.
They are, yeah. But that doesn't matter.
But we need the castle covered in blue paint, don't we?
We do. You might find your box needs a couple of coats of paint. We won't worry about that for the moment. We'll take our blue tubes.
A couple of what?
Coats of paint.
Coats of paint? What's a coat of paint?
Oh, well, you paint it, wait for it to dry, and then you paint it again.
So when it dries, you paint it some more.
That's right, and then you wait for it to dry again. Well, these tubes should only need one coat of paint. But your main box is a bit shiny like this one is. You might need a couple of coats.
A coat's mean paint it, wait for that to dry and paint it again.
That's right.
And then wait for that to dry. So when you say, oh, I might have to do a coat of paint, it means you might have to paint it twice.
That's right. Needs more. So, squeeze some on the tube.
And then paint the rest with our paintbrush.
That's right.
Do we need some more?
I don't know. I think we probably will.
Now, you know when on the colour of words, well, Bill asked what we were making.
Yes.
Bill's going to do the same today.
Is it?
We're
Alright.
making something today, Bill.
What are we making, Dad?
A creepy castle that's spooky enough to have to make by Halloween.
Oh. Right. And we'll just wait for a little bit longer for that glue to dry. When it's dry, we'll paint it pink using this one, and then we'll be back for part 2 to show you how to put it together.
Bye.
Bye everybody for the moment.
Welcome to part 2. I know the blue paint's still wet, but this is a part 2 because we're going to have to paint the coast pink.
Okay, hopefully the glue's dried and won't suddenly spring open. We're now going to paint these pointed bits, which are going to go on top of the blue towers in this spooky pink colour, which Matthew has chosen. So again, the same thing, just squirt it on,
There's the paintbrush.
which we've just cleaned. So now we're going to paint it in spooky pink.
With our paint.
Yeah. Again, this should only take one coat.
The part 2 is still going to be really short because we're only painting that, and then we'll have to wait for start to dry. So
right.
part 2 is only going to be not even a minute.
Oh, it's going to be more than a minute. It's going to take a few minutes, but not long. Okay, can you squeeze a bit more paint on, or shall I do it?
Part 2 was the is the one that's going to take less when we try and upload it.
That's right.
That's what will take the least amount of time. Because we're only turning this into part 2 because we have to paint this bit pink.
So you only got one big paintbrush. I have to clean that before I started painting in pink.
But when we were painting in blue,
Oops. Not quite so easy. Okay. That's one done, I think. Oops. And the second one.
because it's spooky, you just make it early because it's spooky enough. But that's 4 months, so that's plenty of time to go and grab the requirements from an art and craft job, isn't it?
Certainly is.
This is the broken belt.
You've got to enter on Halloween because it's spooky. Don't forget to scribble to make a knob. We won't forget to scribble to make a knob, will we?
No. Okay, and that is our second point of it done. So when that's dry, and when the main blue bits are dry, we'll be ready
For
for part 2.
So that was part 2.
Part 3, quite right. Bye everybody for the moment.
See you in part number 3 of Masturbation is Very Creepy Cat. Hi, I'm MattyD692 and welcome back to part 2 now. Welcome back to part 3 now. The paint's on the castle in this spooky blue has dried.
That's dried, yeah. And also the red pointy bits to go on top of the towers. They've also dried. So what do we need to do now, Matt?
We need to paint some green slime
Yep.
with our paintbrush.
Okay, first of all though, we're going to paint the window frames, and then from that, we're going to paint the green slime. So,
And then for that, we're going to scribble with our paintbrush to make a knob.
okay, we're going to start with a fine paintbrush, and we're going to paint the white window frames. So I'm going to put some paint on the paper,
Why some paint on the newspaper?
just so I can get it onto my brush. So we're going to paint one window per tower, and then 2 windows on the main building and a door. So here we go, not very good at painting, but we'll give this a go.
Because our silver pen,
Okay, we bought a silver pen to do this, but it turns out not to be very good. It was a rubbish silver pen.
so I think we should nickname this silver pen Rubbish Silver Pen.
Okay, we'll do that.
We'll never get a fab silver pen, will we?
Well, we'll try.
We'll try, and if we ever get a fab one, we'll make another creepy cat.
Yeah. It'll be even better than this one.
And call it a fab.
Okay, that's our first window. Our second window
We dip our paintbrush
in the paint. That's it.
in the paint, and then rub our paintbrush. I would say turn the mouse off so that we can't stop recording.
our second one. And now
we're going to turn the mouse off so we can't stop recording.
okay. And on the main castle itself, we're going to paint 2 windows and a door.
Right, that should stop us from stopping recording, shouldn't it?
Well, it should do, yes.
Is that a door?
Now this is the window.
Don't forget to scribble to make a door.
Now, this would be easier if we had a good silver pen. But we don't.
If we have been able to nickname the silver pen
Fab
Fab.
silver pen.
instead of
Rubbish silver pen.
and then
We'd be using that. It'd be a lot easier.
if it was nicknamed the Fab silver pen.
So I've done the 2 windows on here. I'm now making a door.
A door with our scribbling. I'm obsessed with that.
Wow.
We're gonna paint a door now.
I'm painting the door frame, yeah.
So if people want to come in, they just go.
Knock knock. So there's our door and 2 windows. And the final thing we're going to do before this dries is
The
paint
final
some
thing-
green slime. So we're going to take our slightly thicker paintbrush.
And give it some time in it. People who haven't played the game, I have confused you a bit.
Green paint.
But anyway, I will show you a view of that game soon, just so you
A
know
little
why.
bit of green paint. And this is to paint some green slime. Yeah. Right, so
So how much time minutes are we giving our castle? Gonna give it a little bit of time units there, a little bit there. It's very practical.
bit of green slime. Do the same on the other one. And what I might actually do, if this paint looks as though it's going to dry quickly enough, I might actually try and paint the inside
Try and paint the inside.
of the window. So I was going to leave it to dry, but
You're not.
I'll see if it's dry enough by the end of this.
You were going to leave the white bits to dry.
Yeah.
But if the white bits dry after this, then it will still be part 3.
Yep.
And there'll only be 3 parts to it.
Now what we'll have to do before it's really finished is glue everything together
With fab glue.
with fab glue. Not with fab glue, with gloopy glue.
And then, look at that. Halloweeny, creepy castle. Let's do a bit of scribbling here.
No, no. I see. Good scribbling.
It's fun enough, isn't it?
Yes.
So I suppose that's what everybody will have to do on Halloween then.
That's right, but we've got there 4 months early. And finally, a bit of green slime inside the door.
So we've made it with 4 months to spare.
Yeah.
Although it's a bit slightly after my birthday, isn't it? And a bit less
And
slightly
there's
after.
the green
And a
slime.
bit more slightly after blues, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's best if you waited for the paint to dry, but do you want to wait or should we give it a go now with the black paint?
Give it a go.
We give it a go with the black paint. Right, what I really need to do is clean the brush. I think this is the brush I want to use.
Do we need our white paint?
Now we need the black paint, which we've got ready.
There's our black
So
paint.
what we're going to try and do is paint inside of the white window frame. Don't know how well this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. So it mixes with the white paint, it's going to come out to be a mucky grey.
The windows look a bit like A shapes, don't they?
They do, yeah.
So I'll show the viewers that they look a bit like A's.
Don't get your hands all over it, those
Oh, yeah, don't touch the white paint or the green paint, it's still wet.
So you show the viewers the A shapes.
Yep, that's very good, that's definitely an A shape. Okay, that's not too bad.
I was only showing the viewers the A-shaped windows.
You were. Okay, that's 2 windows done. Oops.
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 Don't touch.
Let's leave it up. Oh, I'll get it.
Don't pick it up.
Right, okay, we need to touch up the green paint again. And clean the carpet off. The carpet's now got green paint on.
What, our carpet or the carpet in the...
Our carpet. Two done, just the door to go.
So what do we do after we paint these with our paintbrush? So we're going to get our paintbrush and paint the windows and the door.
Yeah. Need to touch up the green paint. The green slime.
Dip the paintbrush in the green paint, I mean.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Not yet though, not yet. They've still got white paint on it, Matthew.
Wet paint.
Wet white paint, in fact. The final thing, once all the painting's done, is to use the gloopy glue and
It is-
stick the towers to
The
the
gloopy
main.
glue. Our gloopy
castle.
glue is so gloopy. It's gloopy.
Gloopy glue.
It's
I
glue.
use a different paintbrush. Touch up the green.
By the way, be sure to watch the football because we're playing tonight.
And that's right. Who are we playing, Matthew?
Who are we playing again?
Yeah, who are we playing against?
Oh.
You've forgotten.
Yes, I have.
We're playing Italy tonight. In about half an hour.
So yeah, be sure to watch that now. Just because we're playing. And if we lose, we'll be Wang.
Like the Russians.
I did watch that game, you know.
Okay.
If you remember that game, then you'll understand Wang like the Russians, won't you?
Yes.
Alright, I think that's almost done. Just touch up the other bit of green paint as well. So there we go. We've got one tower, two towers,
And now we're going to give it some charm.
and the main body of the castle. So we're going to wait for that to dry. And then actually, what we can do now is stick the lids on. Lids.
Guess what, Mummy?
What?
So what we can do is give it some charm.
So there's red lids, and what we're now going to do, the final thing before we finish, is get the gloopy glue.
Is this the gloopy glue?
No, that's the white paint. Need the gloopy glue. Where's the gloopy glue gone?
It's on the glass table.
Oh yes, there it is, on the glass table. Take the gloopy glue, and we're going to try and stick the towers onto the main body of the castle. The first one we're going to stick up quite high, like that. First go get the gloopy glue. Let's glue that down there. And the second one, before I put that in place, is I'll take the second one. It's there, a bit there, a bit lower down.
Is that all it's got? Because I mean it's some charm.
So
Yes.
the first one, we're going to stick that there. And the second one, we're going to put a bit higher, up there. And when it's dried, it's going to look foul. So, thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go away and set this in place.
Don't forget that timing. 4 months left.
Okay. So, bye everybody. We'll be back in a little while to show you the finished article.
What does that mean?
Show you when it's finished. When it's all stuck in place. That's how it looks now, but also you stick it into place, and when it's finished, it'll be stuck.
Do they know they got 4 months to make it?
I think you mentioned it, Matthew, yes.
Bye.
Bye.